Alright guys, welcome to my channel today. Today we're going to take a look at the One bike again. So this thing is very exciting to me. I've had a lot of fun on this thing. This thing is a super nice bike. It's probably one of my favorite bikes right now. If you guys watch my rides, you know I keep leaning towards taking this thing. So I got to try to take some other bikes also. But this thing is super fun, super nimble. This geared transmission, this pinion gear setup is awesome on the thing. We've got a belt drive on this bike, so you don't have to deal with chains and rust and all that stuff. And I put a suspension seat post on this thing. I've changed out the seat. We're going to try a different seat also. I really want to get this bike really comfortable for me to ride. It's really comfortable to start with, but I'm just trying to really refine the thing in and just have the most awesome bike I can have. We're also going to put a suspension fork on the front of this bike. So I told Lectric, because they sent this bike to, for review for free to me. So I just didn't want to just say, hey, I'm going to start doing all this stuff to your bike, and if they didn't like that. So I ran it by them. I said, hey, I'm thinking about putting a suspension fork on it, BMX bars on it. I want to put a second battery on the thing. And they were like, cool, let's do it. We can't wait to see the video. So they're totally on board. In fact, they wanted to know what color I wanted to paint it. And I wasn't really thinking about painting this thing, but maybe if they really want to see a second, a different color on it, I will. Because they only make it in this color, so maybe they want to see it in a couple different colors too. So, hey, maybe we will. I don't know yet. I don't really want to do it because it means I got to disassemble the entire bike, paint it, which is easy, but the disassembly of it and then the reassembly is just a lot of work. And then if I disassemble something that far, I'm going to want to change the bearings and so on and so forth, because I'm a perfectionist and I want like the best I can get for it when I do it. So the fork alone on this thing was super hard. I took the one off this bike already, took a look at it, so I knew what I was dealing with. And it's a challenge because it's a 20-inch fork. So there's a lot of 20-inch suspension forks out there that are decent. The biggest problem is, though, this has a through axle, so that cuts the amount of suspension forks down to like 1/3. The other thing is it's a 150 millimeter spread on this thing because it's got a 3-inch tire instead of a 4-inch. So if it had a 4-inch tire, all those forks are 130 millimeters. So there's a lot of those, but the 100 millimeters, no, because who's putting a suspension fork on a 3-inch tire? I am. The other thing about this bike is it has a tapered fork on it. So it's not just a straight up and down fork, it's tapered from the bottom and gets smaller. So that's a challenge. I did find one, guys. It took me a while to find one, but that's what we're going to do. Again, we're going to put the second battery on it. We're going to put the battery in a bag up here, so it'll just look like a bag. I'm going to put some wires in so I can still run it on one battery if I want, but the wires would just connect together and then it runs on one. Otherwise, the two wires come out. It's a male and a female fitting with the XT60. Together, one battery, separate, two batteries. So it'll come up to the bag. I already have the bag. I put this bag on my Peak. I put it on all my bikes that have 48 volt systems. It's easy for me to run from one to the other. It's a 30 amp hour battery. It'll give me 45 amp hours of battery on this bike, so we can go some real distance on it. So you're going to want to see that, guys. We're going to be doing that in the near future. And the fork, as soon as it comes in, we'll be doing that. And I don't think I'll be doing much more to the bike other than, the fork and that, what's left, right? The other thing I want to say, Lectric is very special company, is their warranty. Their customer service is bar none, and I just want you guys to know that, because a lot of people, they worry about buying these bikes, mail order, let's call it, online, whatever, and they worry about that. But Lectric is just, their customer service is super good. It's superior. I don't know of any other company that's as good as theirs is. So I just want you to know that. You know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you guys know of a company that I have never dealt with that their customer service is awesome. I can tell you I've dealt with Lectric on a lot of stuff. Some was warranty, some was non-warranty. One of the bikes I wanted fenders for, I said, look, I bought this bike used. There's no fenders. I want to put fenders on the thing. And they said, you know, we're sending you out fenders, no cost. I was like, wow, you know, that's good customer service, guys. So I know people get frustrated because they don't have everything in stock. They try to have as much in stock as they can, but that doesn't always happen. You know, you're dealing with China on the other side of the ocean there, and you know, sometimes controllers, whatever, they're a little behind, but you got to be patient, and just, you know, for the most part, nothing really goes wrong with these bikes. I do Facebook all the time. What I see on there is broken screens, stuff like that. It doesn't even have anything to do with the bike. It has to do with they crashed, or the bike fell over and the screen broke, and you know what? Lectric sends you a new screen. You just send them a picture, you send them the serial number of your bike, and they send you that screen at no charge. And it's happened all the time. They won't even charge you for it. It's incredible service, guys. That's what I'm trying to tell you. The number one thing about buying these online bikes, no matter what company it is, make sure your customer service is good. And I'm telling you, Lectric's is top notch, guys. So let's take a look at this bike. All right, guys, we're going to start on the front here. We have hydraulic disc brakes in this. They're unbranded, but they work well. You've got 180 millimeter rotors. You've also got a through axle on this. Now, up here you have a steel fender, and it's very solid with all this bracket and everything on it. The headlight on this is small, but it works really well, so nothing wrong with that. The fork on this is a fixed fork. I guess they put it on there because they wanted to reduce the weight and not have a suspension fork on it. This tube is a tapered tube in here. We'll talk about that later. On this bike here, you have your Smart Shift Pinion automatic transmission, semi-automatic, whatever you want to call it. There's bosses under here. You can put a lock under here. And this, it not only reinforces the frame, but it acts as a good handle to throw this thing in your car. I've done it before. You've got a 14.6 amp hour battery on this bike, and it works very well. Also, you have your serial numbers here in case you want to know where they are. You've also got your brakes on the back, again, 180 millimeters, unbranded hydraulic. The motor on this is a 750 motor that peaks at 1310. Very sufficient power on this. You've got a brake light and a tail light on this thing. And again, steel fenders on the back, very nice. The rack on this is not substantial. I think it holds like 25-30 pounds, but it's pretty good. I did put the suspension seat post on this to give this a nice ride, and I threw that seat on, which I'm going to be changing out again too. The kickstand in this thing works great. It's nice, it's big. One downfall is the pedals hit, so if you try rolling this bike backwards, it gets stuck. Again, you've got your pinion, awesome. You've got your carbon belt on this thing, really nice. It's the One Bike, guys, and if you ever have to take that belt off, they put provisions in here so that you can take these bolts out and the belt will slide through there, which is very good to know in the future if you had to change this, but you hardly ever will. You also got a little guard here so that you don't get your pant legs caught in it. Awesome, guys. The pedals on this are steel and quick release. This cable here would have to be disconnected to get the rear wheel off. You've got bosses up here to put a basket. Also, this is a folding stem on this thing, so you can get this in your car. Very nice. It helps out a lot. The wires go down in the frame, so they're not hanging out underneath. This is a super nice adjustable stem on this. You can make the handlebars basically go down, up, forward, backwards. Awesome, guys. You know, very nice that they put that on there. It helps out a lot. Your hand grips on here are very nice. I like these style hand grips. Again, this is your brakes, hydraulic up the top, and your thumb throttle is also right there also. This is your controller. You can set your passes with this. You turn your screen on. This controls everything on that screen. And this is how you turn the screen on, and we will show you the screen here. Very nice colored screen on this thing. Your passes are right here, so you go up to pass 5 on this and down to pass 0. Your trip meter, your odometer, your range, your voltage, and your current. A time out there on the trail, again back to your odometer, and up on the top here you have your battery gauge also. Very nice to have that there for a quick look. This button right here is actually how you control your pinion shifting. If you're going to manually do it, it will do it automatically, but the top button right here is for your high gears. This is to hit your low gears. I put a bell on this, and again you have nice hand grips on this that don't move. Alright guys, we'll wrap this thing up. I did do a ride on this bike, a couple of rides actually. I will leave a card at the end here if you want to see that ride. So it'll be up in the right hand corner. Guys, if you want to buy this bike, please use my affiliate link. It helps my channel out greatly. I appreciate you guys for watching. You guys are awesome, and this company is great, and so is their service. So remember that, guys. Thank you. Alright guys, I want to thank you for watching my video today, and if you are interested in buying a bike or something, please check with my affiliate links. That helps the channel out greatly. Again guys, hit that like and subscribe on the way out, and thank you very much for watching. You guys are awesome. Thank you.